Today, the second day of Rosh Chodesh Tammuz, Erev Shabbos, Parshas Korach. We spoke yesterday about different events that happened during the month of Tammuz, but the third day of Tammuz, to us, is obviously of exceptional meaning. In addition to the fact that was the day that the sun didn't set in time of Yeshua, but in our generation, for us directly. That's the day where the Rebbe decided to conceal himself from us. Now, what does that mean? So, I want to share with you a fascinating story in the Talmud that I think they shed some lights on that. But before this, let us all say Tehillim to thank God for the miracles and to pray for the ultimate miracle, the revelation of the Rebbe Melech HaMashiach, that we should already lead us into the Beis HaMikdash. So chapter 100. Mizmor lesoido rila Adonai kol haaretz yivdes Adonai b'simcha bo lefanav b'nono du'u ki Adonai hu Elohim hu asanu v'lo anachnu amo b'tzad marisa bo yishar b'soido chatzorose b'silo hoido lebachu shemo ki tov Adonai le'olam chasdo v'yado v'do emunah. So let us also say the Rebbe's chapter 124, Shir Amalas l'David lule Adonai shohay alonu yemanu Yisrael lule Adonai shohay alonu b'kum aleinu adam azai chaim eloheinu b'charois apam bonu azai ma'im shtefunu nachnu over nafshenu azai over nafshenu ma'im izodoni baruch Adonai שלא נסננו טרף לפשנים נפשנו כציפורנים לטוב ופחי, כשמפח נשבור, ואנחנו נבלות נזרינו בשם אדוני, אויסי שמיים ואורץ, and let us give tzedakah with our prayer that indeed we should already have the Gula. Now, that would be beautiful. This will solve all problems. So here is the Gemara, here is the Talmud. It's a piece of Gemara in Ketubot, page 103, Kuf Gimel Amud Aleph. And the Gemara says the following thing. I'll read it to you. Tana Rabbana, our sages taught us. B'shas Piterose shel Rabbi. When Rabbi Yehuda Nossi, that is the author of the Mishnah, was the leader of the time. It was called Rabbi Yehuda Nossi, Rabbi Yehuda the Prince, the leader of the Jewish people. When he was passing, Amar, he said, the Bon and the Tzorach, I would like to have my sons over here. Nichnas Abon Vetzler, the sons came in. Amar Lahem, he tells him, you should be very careful with respect. Honor your mother, even after my passing. And the Gemara goes on to explain why did he have to say it? It's a biblical command. Obviously, they're going to do kabedet avicha v'timecha. They were going to respect the mother, but Gemara explains it wasn't really the mother, it was a stepmother, it was Rabbi's wife. So he wanted to assure that even after his passing, they will continue to respect him. And then he says like this, I want you to always keep Ner Yehidolog Bimkoimai. The candle which is always burning on my table, I guess his study, should be always lit. There's no electricity. Light was light of the candle. Shulchan Yehi Aruch Bimkoimai. My place at the table should always be set, as if I'm coming to sit and eat with you. And Mitta Tehei Mutzaz Bimkoimai, and my bed should always be arranged as usually. And then the Gemara says, my Tama, what's the reason for it? What's the purpose? Why does he need a candle burning? He wants to come and eat. He's coming to sleep. This is at his moment where he's leaving this world. So the Gemara answers, Kol beishimsha hava osel beisei. Every Friday night, every Shabbat Eve, even after his passing, he would come to his house as usually. And in fact, he would make kiddush for the family. You hear this? Rebbe, after his passing, he would regularly come on Shabbat, physically make kiddush for his family. Why am I saying physically? If it would be spiritually, he doesn't need a candle, he doesn't need a place, and he doesn't need a bed. But more than this, you cannot listen kiddush from an angel. You have to hear kiddush from a human being. So obviously he came in a physical body. Now how does this work? As we say in Yiddish, ich weiß nicht. I don't know. I just can only tell you what happened. That's what the Gemara says. And then says the Gemara, the amazing thing. One Friday night, a neighbor came to ask for something. So the maidservant who opened the door said, shh, be quiet, because Rabbi is here. Nobody knew about it except for his family. So once Rebbe heard that the secret is out, he stopped coming. Why? So as not to embarrass the other tzaddikim who would not do this. One might think they would not be capable of doing this. So therefore he stopped coming. That's the story in the Talmud. Talmud stories are exact and precise to tell us, yes, Rabbi is with us. We know he answers and he gives us blessings, etc., but also in a physical sense. The only problem is we don't see him. So we ask Ebishter, this Shabbos, that would be so beautiful for already to see the Rebbe in the Beis HaMikdash.